Yesterday we spoke about a charge q. If it has certain velocity in this direction and my magnetic field is inside the board, so I will draw it like this. In that case, what you have to do is to find out the direction of the force of on a charge particle which is in the presence of a magnetic field. All you have to do is take your right hand from V to B, just curl your fingers, and you will get the direction of the force that is on the left hand side like this. So if we have understood this, all we now need to do is basically get a idea that force is directly proportional to V cross B, and this force will always be perpendicular to the plane of the velocity and to the plane of the magnetic field. Okay, to the plane of the magnetic field. Now if we have understood this, let's move on to the units of magnetic field. Okay, we are talking about units now. So in this case, we know that F is equal to what? Q V cross B. And if suppose I consider that V and B, okay, V cross B has an angle between them where V and B are perpendicular, then my angle will be what? 90 degree. So if my angle is 90 degree, can I get F is equal to Q VB sine 90, and sine 90 is what? Sine 90 is 1. So
1.
ultimately I'll get force is equal to Q into VB. Now, if F is equal to QVB, can you tell me what are the units of B? What are the units of B? It is important. Can we come up to this? So if you want to know the units of B, all you have to do is rearrange the term. You will get B is equal to, okay, F upon QV. Now, from this equation, it becomes very easy for us to understand that force is measured in what? Force is measured in which unit? It is measured in newtons. Yes or no? Charge is measured in what? Charge is measured in coulombs. And velocity is measured in what? Velocity is measured in meter per second. So if we know Newton upon Coulomb meter per second, can I rearrange this entire thing, that is Newton upon Coulomb per second into meter? It's the same thing. But what is Coulomb upon second? Can anyone tell me? What is Coulomb upon second? Coulomb
Current.
upon second. Yes, current.
Current.
Everyone. Current. It is current. So N upon, what is the unit of Coulomb per second? Can I say it is ampere? So instead of this, I will say it is Newton ampere meter. What is it? Newton ampere meter. So what is the unit of magnetic field? It is Newton upon ampere meter. But there is also a different name for this. Okay, we are now getting introduced to Tesla. I hope you all have heard about this famous scientist Tesla, Nikola Tesla, one of the greatest inventors in the world, who has invented almost every possible thing in terms of electric field and induction. Okay, all our motors, our induction motors, everything from static electricity, theories based on that, everything this famous greatest scientist has invented. He's an inventor. And so this quantity, magnetic field, has a unit called Tesla. We denote it by capital T, which is T is equal to basically the same thing, that is Newton upon ampere meter. Newton upon ampere meter. So what I want to finally make a point is that magnetic field B is basically, just give me a minute. Magnetic field B has units Newton upon ampere meter. Okay, which is also known as Tesla. So in the question, most of the times, okay, you will be given that the magnetic field has so and so amount of Tesla, so and so amount, a number with a Tesla unit. So of course you now know what Tesla is. You now know what Tesla is. But students, sometimes instead of Tesla, what comes instead of Tesla? Sometimes the unit is given as Gauss. What is it called? Gauss. And so we should know that 1 Gauss is basically equal to 10 raised to minus 4 Tesla. Please remember this. 1 Gauss is equal to 10 raised to minus 4 Tesla. You can write it down. Sometimes in your question, you have been given magnetic field in terms of Gauss. That time you should not get confused. Where is this Gauss term come from? Okay, it is basically a magnetic field. The unit of Gauss, 1 Gauss is basically 10 times raised to minus 4 Tesla. Okay. So if all these basic things have been understood, finally, what we can come up to is some questions. Okay, let's understand some. What is the direction of the magnetic force? I am asking you the direction now. Okay, the questions are based on direction. Direction of what? Magnetic force. So let's do some questions based on this. So let's say that I have a current carrying conductor. Okay, this current carrying conductor has a current passing through it in this direction. In this direction, I. So in that case, if there is a charge over here, which I have brought close to this conductor, and I have given it a certain velocity v, okay, I have given it a certain velocity v, then what will be the direction of magnetic force, okay, on this charge q? Can anyone tell me? Can any one of you all tell me quickly? Yesterday we had done right hand thumb rule.
Right side.
Okay, someone said right side. Okay, any other answers? Any other answers? Okay, this will be a quick session. So look here, always remember, first, to find out the force on this charge q, please listen to me. To find out the force on this charge q because of this magnetic field, first what you will do, you will use your right hand thumb, right hand on this conductor itself, on this conductor. Forget this thing, forget this thing. Just take your thumb, place it in the direction of the current. Then in what direction are your fingers curling? They are curling in this direction, like this. They're curling in this direction. So you can see that they are curling basically in this direction. Okay, they're curling in this direction. So in that case, can I say that the magnetic field caused by this current carrying conductor on the left side is basically coming out of the plane? It is coming out of the plane, and here on the right side it is going inside the plane. It is going inside the plane. So if it is going inside the plane and I have kept the charge in the place in the side of the conductor where my magnetic field is going inside, then please understand that your magnetic field is like this, towards this direction, inside the plane. Your charge is going, having a velocity v like this. Your charge has a velocity v like this, magnetic field like this, charge velocity v like this. Take your right hand, apply v cross b, apply v cross b. In that case, where is your thumb going? Apply v cross b. Is it going this way? Left side? Is it going left side? Can I say the force is here? Has everyone understood this small part?
Sir,
Yes,
can you
no?
repeat?
Thank you. Okay, listen to me. Look here. There is this conductor. It is having a current flowing through it. Okay, always remember, when you're applying a right hand thumb, when you're applying, you have to first apply your right hand on the conductor. Look at the current direction is going up. Put your thumb over there and curl your fingers. Do it with me. Curl your fingers. So when you curl your fingers, you can see that it is entering here inside and coming out from here. Entering here, coming out from here. So on the left side of this conductor, all the magnetic field is basically coming out. Yes or no? This you understood? All the magnetic
Yes,
field is
sir.
coming out of the plane. Here it is going inside the plane. All here is going inside the plane. So if I have placed the charge in an area where the magnetic field is going inside the plane, okay, you remember that force is equal to what? Force is equal to Q into V cross B. Basically, force is proportional to V cross B. And how we apply V cross B? To find out the direction of the force, we have to apply right hand thumb rule across V cross B. Yes or no? Yesterday only I thought. So if the
Yes,
magnetic,
sir.
yes. So if the magnetic field here is what? Inside the plane. It is inside this board. And the charge here Q is having a velocity upwards. It is having a velocity upwards. So take two pens like this. One like this is the magnetic field, and one like this, which is the charge with the direction upwards. In that case, V cross B inside the plane, V cross B. V, this velocity vector here, velocity vector, and B is inside the plane. V cross B. In that case, my force is on the left side. In that case, my force is on the left side. So I will draw the graph here that if V is like this, if V velocity vector of the charge Q is upwards and my magnetic field is inside the plane like this B, then in that B is basically inside the plane. I cannot draw it literally inside the plane, not possible. So understand that. And so V cross B will give me a force which is directly towards the left side. Towards the left side. Is this understood, everyone? Okay, let's go to another question. Okay, we'll keep doing questions like this. Let's go to another question. If this is understood, then we'll go to another question. Again, the question is same. What is the direction of magnetic force? Okay, on a positively charged charge Q. You can write down the question. What is the direction of magnetic force on a positively charged Q? Okay, charge Q basically. And the diagram given is basically a conductor. This time the conductor is having a current downwards I, and the same thing is there is a charge here Q. This charge Q has been given a velocity vector. Basically, you push this charge, you have pushed it, and you have given it a certain velocity in this direction. So in that case, can you tell me now what will be the direction of the force on this charge Q? Very easy, very simple.
Right.
Okay. Right side. Yes, good. So in this case, see, listen to me. Use your right hand only. Okay. Just take your finger and put it across the direction of the current. So my thumb is like this now. If my thumb is like this, just curl your fingers. Curl your fingers, keeping your thumb in the direction of the current. In that case, you can see magnetic field is entering inside this left side, and magnetic field is coming out from the right side. It is entering here and coming out here. So immediately you can draw the diagram here. That is entering inside here. Magnetic field is entering here. Magnetic field is coming out of the plane over here. Just extend this over here, like this. Extend it. So you can understand by extending this that the charge is basically placed in a magnetic field where the magnetic field is coming out of the plane. Okay, it's coming towards you like that. And the charge is within that plane and it is going upwards. It is going upwards. So just apply V cross B. V cross B. First take two pens. One is velocity, one is magnetic field which is coming towards you. Okay, it's coming towards you. And one is the charge like this. So what will be? What will be V cross B? Apply your right hand rule. V cross B. V cross B. Are you understanding? V cross B. Are you understanding? So are you getting a force in the right hand side?
Yes, sir.
All of you
Yes,
are
sir.
getting? Any doubt, please let me know. So there is a force in the right hand side. Okay. There is a force on the right hand side. All clear, everyone? No doubt, no? This is important. That is why I'm asking you again and again. Any doubt? Let me know. So now, another question. Let's see. Find the direction of the magnetic field by applying right hand thumb rule. Okay. The question now is in this form. 1 minute. Let me just see. Yes, it's quite okay. Let's say that there is a conductor here. It is having a direction I in this. There is a charge here. The condition is Q is smaller than 0. And this Q is smaller than 0 and it has been given a velocity vector upwards itself. Upwards itself. So now tell me what is the direction on the on this charge? What is going to be the direction on this charge? The direction of force, magnetic force. Tell me everyone. Simple. First take your thumb, apply it
Left
on the
side.
conductor. Someone what?
Left
Who?
side.
Someone said left side. Someone said left side. Okay, no problem.
Right.
Look here. Someone said right side. Good answers. Okay, great. We'll see. Take your thumb, apply it on the conductor. Apply right hand rule. In this way, you will come to know the direction of the magnetic field. Okay. Right now, it is going inside the plane here, coming out of the plane here. Just draw that. It is going inside the plane here. And it is coming out over here. This doesn't matter for us. This matters because the charge is placed in this place. It's placed here. Now look here. Look here. It is important for you all to understand this. That if the magnetic field is inside, here cross means magnetic field is inside. And this charge is basically going upwards. In that case, V cross B is what? V cross B will give you a direction of force in the left side. Yes or no? V cross B will give you what? V cross B, obviously, if you do V cross B, it will give you a direction on the left side. Is everyone understanding? V cross B, magnetic field inside. Okay, charge is going upwards like this. V cross B, left side. So in that case, I am getting an obvious answer which is telling me that the force is on this direction. It is V cross B. But students, listen to me. Listen to me. Although I am getting V cross B in the left side, please remember that I told you for a positive charge, basically Q greater than 0, if the force is towards the right side, then please remember for a negative charge, that is Q less than 0, the force will be in the opposite direction. The force will be in the opposite direction. So in this case, even though by applying right hand thumb rule, we are getting left side as the force, but since this is a negative charge, the force is actually on the right side. The force is on the right side. Has everyone understood this? Everyone understood this? Simple graph you can draw here. The velocity vector is upwards. Okay. Magnetic field is inwards. Then, okay, although I am getting V cross B to be here using applying right hand thumb rule, but the force will be towards the right hand side because the charge is smaller than 0. Here you have to always see the conditions in which you are solving the question. That is important. Okay, let's go to another one. Let's go to another one. Another one is basically having a conductor, almost the same thing, having a conductor with a current going downwards like this. Current is going downwards like this, but my charge is basically going upwards like this. Q is there. It is going having a velocity vector like this. But here, Q is again smaller than 0. In that case, can you tell me again what is going to be the force? Can you tell me
Left
what is
side.
going?
Left.
Someone said left side.
Left side.
Left.
Okay, many are telling left. Anyone with the right? Anyone with the right? Look here. Again, apply the right hand thumb rule. Okay, I applied the right hand here. Curl your fingers. Curl your fingers. Curling, you will understand that the magnetic field is going inside over here, and magnetic field comes outside in this case. So now, if the magnetic field is pointing towards you on the right hand side, it's pointing towards you, and the velocity vector is going on top. Please apply right hand thumb rule. Please apply right hand thumb rule. Okay, V, never do V cross V. Always do V, velocity into magnetic field. Velocity cross with the magnetic field. So it is like this. In that case, my V cross V is coming here. My V cross V is basically on the charge coming here. But the condition here is Q is smaller than 0. In that case, I will always draw my force in the opposite direction, F. My opposite direction. So again, after students, after drawing this, always remember, make a small graphical representative like a free body diagram right on the end of it, not for the sake of some test or something which I'll be correcting. No, it's not like that. It's only for your board exam so that you score good marks. So in that case, you can just write that the velocity was like this, okay, and the charge and the what was coming out, magnetic field was basically like this, okay, V cross V, basically B. Then V cross V was coming out to be like this, V cross V. But your force is in the opposite direction like this because your charge is negative in nature. It is an electron. So if this all is understood, let's come to a question. Let's come to a question. How much time we have got? We got 7 minutes. Listen to me. Write down this question. Write down this question. Which of the following particles? Okay, which of the following particles? I won't write the question here. You write it down. Will have, which of the following particles will have minimum magnetic force? What I asked you? Minimum magnetic force when projected with the same velocity. Okay, which of the following particles will experience minimum magnetic force when projected with the same velocity perpendicular to magnetic field? Perpendicular to the magnetic field. And the elements which are given is basically Be, this is Berlin, then comes proton, then comes alpha particle, and then comes lithium. Okay, what I'm asking is, which of the following particles will experience minimum magnetic force, okay, when projected with the same velocity, okay, perpendicular to the magnetic field? So you can take the magnetic field in any direction. You want to take it like this, you take. You want to take it inside, take. And remember that these particles have been given the same velocity perpendicular to the magnetic field. In that case, which one will have the most minimum magnetic force on it? Which one will have the most minimum magnetic force on it? Can anyone answer me this question? Can you all answer me this question? All of you. Are you all trying? Are you all trying? Please tell me.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. So look here. Look here, everyone. If the question is understood, you have to just find out which one is going through a minimum force. So remember that force is basically equal to what? Force is equal to Q into V cross B. Force is basically Q V cross B. But here the condition, someone said alpha particle. Someone said alpha particle. Okay, let's see. So force is equal to Q into V cross B. But the question which I told you just now, the question which someone told proton, someone told alpha particle. Good students, good. Okay, so force is equal to Q into V cross B. The question is telling that the velocity and the magnetic field are perpendicular to each other. In that case, I know that theta is equal to 90 degree. So you can now ease this equation. You can simplify it as QVB sine theta, and sine theta is sine 90. Sine 90 is 1. So I will write force is equal to QVB. So now listen to me. It is written in the question. The question it is given. Someone said proton. Okay, great. Okay, listen to me. Force is basically equal to Q V cross V into B. But what is the constant here? Constant is velocity. All have been given the same velocity, and the magnetic field, of course, we are taking it as constant. So I can say that force experienced is proportional to the charge. Force experienced is proportional to the charge. So can you see in this, which will have the force experienced will be proportional to the charge. More the charge, more the force. Less the charge, less the force. Which one among this? Which one among this has the least amount of charge in it? Which one among this has the least amount of charge? Someone said proton. Someone said proton. Anyone else? Anyone else who wants to participate? Okay. So listen to me. Someone said alpha particle. Okay. See, listen to me. Proton has only one positive charge. One positive charge. Alpha particle has how many charges? We'll come to that question also. Someone said 2. Yes, correct. Always remember, alpha is 2 plus. Okay, or you can write plus plus. It has 2 particles, 2 positive charges. So now, if this Berlin has 3 plus, proton has 1, alpha particle has 2, lithium has 2. So which is the least among this? Which has the least charge? Can you see? It is proton. It is having only 1 positive charge. So in that case, if proton is having only 1 charge, then the force experienced by this will be the most minimum. Proton is the answer. Proton will have the least amount of force. Proton will have the least amount of force. And which one will be the maximum? Which one will be the maximum?
Be3 plus.
Be3 plus.
Be3 plus. Yes, correct. Everyone good. Good students. Listen to me. Now, if the lecture gets over, Please come to the next lecture. We'll be doing important derivations based
Sir?
on kinetic. Yes. Berlin.
Sir,
Yeah.
will the alpha particle and lithium have the same force?
Will the alpha particle and the lithium particle have the same force? Yes, let's look. Will the alpha particle has how many charges? Alpha particle has two positive charges.
Two protons and two
So two
neutrons.
positive charges. And which one you said? Which one you said? You said lithium. You said lithium. In this question, lithium also is given two particle charges. Yes, both will have the same force. Both will have the same force. Okay, provided the conditions are right. Okay, we'll come to questions like that also. We'll come to questions like that also. How much time we got? We got 1 minute left, students. So I won't continue with any more questions right now. Thank you for joining the class. I hope you all have understood something out of it. Okay, please don't think yes sir, does it depend on mass? Yes, it depends. Okay, there are many factors where we cannot directly say that both will have the same force. There are many factors, depends on the question. Okay, students, so thank you for joining in. I hope you had a good session, and please practice sums like this. Start solving it from your NCERT. Go ahead with the HC Verma. Okay, bye students.